Once upon a time, in a small African village, there lived a young woman named Colegan. From a young age, Colegan was known for her exceptional beauty. However, as she grew older, Colegan developed an insatiable appetite that caused her to gain a significant amount of weight. Despite her size, Colegan remained confident and hopeful that she would find a husband, just as her friends and sisters had. But as the years passed and all the men in the village rejected her advances, Colegan's hope began to fade. Her beloved father, desperate to see his daughter married, arranged a meeting between Colegan and a young man named Wofia, who had recently returned to the village. When Wofia arrived and saw Colegan's large frame, he recoiled in disgust and left without a word. Colegan was devastated. She locked herself in her room for days, crying uncontrollably. Finally, she decided to seek help from the great goddess of the river. At the river's edge, Colegan begged the goddess to make her slim and beautiful so that she could find a husband. The goddess took pity on her and promised that by the next market day, Colegan would find a man who would love and cherish her. However, Colegan's heart had hardened with hatred and anger towards the men who had rejected her. She demanded that the goddess make all the men in the village suffer for their cruelty. The next morning, chaos erupted in the village as the men woke up to find their manhoods missing. A wise seer revealed that Colegan had taken revenge on them by cursing them. The only way for the men to regain their masculinity was to sleep with Colegan. One by one, the men lined up at Colegan's hut, their wives helpless to stop them. Colegan reveled in her newfound power and desirability. However, the wives, desperate to free their husbands from the curse, sought help from the wise seer once more. The seer provided the wives with a counterspell and instructions to break the curse. That night, the wives sprinkled a special powder around Colegan's hut and chanted the ancient phrase. The men immediately snapped out of their trance and rushed back to their wives, ashamed of their actions. Colegan, confused and alone, returned to the river, hoping to find the goddess. But the goddess never appeared, leaving Colegan to face the consequences of her actions. She realized too late that her quest for revenge had cost her the chance at true love and happiness that the goddess had promised. The tale of Colegan serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of anger, greed, and obsession with societal beauty standards. While Colegan was a victim of cruelty, her malicious actions ultimately brought her no real happiness or fulfillment. The story emphasizes the importance of guarding one's heart and not letting negative emotions consume us.